Every sin explained in 5 minutes. Pride, the belief that one stands above everyone. Pride begins with humility, a simple life with no desire to stand above others. But, slowly, praise and admiration arrive, placing a crown of pride upon the mind. As attention grows, the person begins to see themselves differently, believing they deserve recognition and respect above everyone else. Soon they rise above the crowd, convinced they belong in the highest place. Surrounded by reflections of themselves, the importance of others begins to fade. In their mind, they grow larger and greater than everyone around them, until pride turns them into a monument to themselves. Envy, the quiet pain of wanting another's life. Envy begins when someone watches others succeed from the shadows. Their happiness becomes a painful reminder of what the person feels they lack. Slowly, jealous thoughts begin whispering comparisons. The person starts believing others have more, live better lives, and deserve less success. Over time, jealousy wraps around the mind like vines. Eventually, envy becomes a cage built entirely from comparison. Wrath, when anger grows stronger than reason itself. Wrath begins quietly as a small spark of anger. At first, it feels manageable, but the emotion grows stronger and harder to control. The anger spreads quickly, pushing reason aside and filling the mind with intense frustration. Soon the rage erupts, turning emotion into destructive energy. Everything around them begins to break under the weight of uncontrolled fury. And when the anger finally fades, only silence and destruction remain. Sloth, where stillness slowly rots all purpose away. Sloth begins with rest, a quiet moment of doing nothing. But while the person stays still, time continues moving forward. Hours pass slowly, marked only by the ticking of clocks. As time continues, opportunities quietly fade away. The world moves forward while they remain in the same place. Eventually, doing nothing becomes a life untouched by growth or progress. Greed, where nothing gained is ever truly enough. Greed often begins with something small, like discovering a single coin. At first it seems harmless, but the desire to collect more quickly grows. One coin becomes many, and soon the person begins chasing wealth with growing determination. Treasure fills the room, yet satisfaction never arrives. The pile grows higher and higher, but it still never feels like enough. Eventually, the endless pursuit of more begins to control everything, and the treasure once desired becomes a heavy burden. Gluttony, where desire consumes far more than it needs. Gluttony begins simply with enjoying a satisfying meal. But the desire for more slowly grows as the table fills with food. What began as normal enjoyment turns into constant consumption. The feast becomes enormous, far beyond what is needed. Plates continue to stack higher while the eating never seems to stop. Eventually, the endless desire for more begins to overwhelm everything else. Finally, lust, where desire burns brighter than wisdom and peace. Lust often begins as attraction, something that feels exciting, beautiful, and impossible to ignore. At first, it seems harmless, but the desire quickly grows stronger than self-control. What begins as a passing temptation slowly takes over the mind, pulling attention away from reason and deeper into obsession. Soon, the desire becomes an illusion that promises satisfaction but never truly fulfills. The more it is chased, the more empty it leaves the person behind. In the end, lust does not give lasting peace or love. It fades like smoke, leaving only loneliness, regret, and emptiness.